Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 2002-2003 NFL playoffs as presented in NFL Fever 2003 on the original Xbox. My name is Sean. This is Random Rosters episode. We're getting close to 60. It was 58, I want to say. We have 3 more episodes left in this season, so I hope you're enjoying it. You can check it out every single Tuesday right here on youtube.com/ShaunosaurusRex. So be sure you've scrolled down, you're subscribed, and you have that bell rung, and you'll be notified when I post new videos. Yeah, that's what we're doing today. We're doing the wild card round. We have 4 matchups for you today: Chargers, Jets, Bengals, Ravens meeting for the 3rd time this season. We'll also see the Giants play the 49ers and the Packers play the Bears in the 3rd matchup of the season for those 2 teams as well. Next week, we'll incorporate the Raiders, the Jaguars, the Falcons, and the Cowboys in the divisional round. And then the final episode, we will crown our champion. And that team, whoever wins, will get the first game of next year's thing, or next season's thing, which will be in Madden NFL 2004. So thanks for hanging out. Hopefully you're enjoying. I'm having a good time making them. Hopefully you're having a good time watching them. Let's just jump right on into the action. No reason to futz around. Typical intro, and then let's see. AFC started today, so we'll start with the AFC. Chargers, Jets for game number 1. I might have to revert back to the old style of thumbnail for the four matchups. But let's see.
Welcome to East Rutherford, New Jersey, everybody.
East Rutherford, New Jersey. Well, that's where game number 1's going to be. Chargers taking on the Jets. Obviously the Chargers are a much better team from a record perspective. They finished 2nd in the AFC, but because of the Raiders. Yeah, the Raiders. They actually had to be the 5th seed on the road across the country against the Jets.
He could be the guy who changes the momentum of this game. Eric Moulds is a player, not just a fast receiver. He's physical and he's fierce.
We'll just go, I guess, 50-50. Well, I'll just go the 4.
Especially when the game is on the line.
The 4.
Thank you, Ron. And now to midfield for the toss of the coin.
The visiting captain will make the call.
All right.
Captain, what's your choice?
Get excited. Who are your picks for the games today? I would go Chargers. The Bengals-Ravens game I think is very interesting, and the Packers-Bears game is really interesting. I don't know much about the 49ers. I think are the 2 seed or the 3 seed in the NFC.
It's time for the opening kickoff.
Hopefully you enjoyed yesterday's slightly expanded episode. I realized after the fact that I should have reordered the games so that the Patriots-Dolphins game wasn't like a foregone conclusion at that point. They still had like a chance. But with the Jets' victory, it kind of nullified any sort of hope for the other team to get in there. So that's okay. Hey, you live, you learn. We will have more. We should have more information next time to maybe try and figure out the tiebreakers a little bit easier and see who's in where and how they would rank and who would maybe need to fall. But that's at least another half season away. Not until usually like week 11 is where I start kind of putting in the playoff scenarios. Oh, all kinds of room, but the running back, or the receiver, on the right side could not hold his block. And that will result in a minimal gain. Rich Gannon, Shannon Sharp in the news for having some words with the Memphis Grizzlies and somebody's dad. It was a very weird scenario. So 2nd down and 10, they'll give him no gain from the 26. A lot of football been going up on the channel. We did the what if playoffs for the current NFL season in that current game. And as much flack as I give this game for not having any sort of decent hurry-up offense, Madden is just as bad. It is kind of astonishing that 2 games 20 years apart have some of the same problems. But Madden has also been a disappointment at best. One of the more frustrating franchises around. Of course, I did buy a copy and I played it and promoted it on the channel, so it's kind of hard to... Feels a little hypocritical, but...
He's brought down. The tackle was made by
That's fine. A nice stop by the Jets here. He's going to be short of the line to gain. Teddy Bruschi talking some trash on the field. Beloved New England Patriots guy. I assume he's beloved. I don't know. Who knows? 2 yards short. 4th down and 2.
ball snap.
Oh, Patrick Mahomes.
Brings it upfield. Across the 30.
Mahomes left and went to the locker room.
Work by the return man.
Kind of doubt that would... but he's back. He's back, so... Donovan McNabb, Eric Moulds, Ike Hilliard, Fletcher. Well, you'll know all the results of the games this weekend by the time this video posts. See if the Jaguars can pull off an upset today. They currently find themselves down by 7. Let's focus on this game. Looks like it's going to be a loss of 1, maybe 2. Al Harris, Green Bay Packer.
Second down now. Ball at the 31.
Second down and 12. Drop back to pass. McNabb throws. Finds a receiver with a diving catch inside the 45. Down to about the 42-yard line. It looked like the receiver had kind of, not given up, but wasn't maybe expecting the ball, so didn't run the route all the way through. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's okay. So this is the new disc, but I did have to move my Xbox. I should have moved the disc out of the Xbox. I thought it'd be okay. We only have 3 weeks here. Oh, the defender with a pretty bad move there. The receiver free and clear. It looked like maybe that was going to be a screen, and it absolutely was going to be a screen. But McNabb liked the matchup on the right side more than that screen play. I have a hard time believing a screen would be all that effective in this game. I know I've talked about the improvements that I've seen throughout the season, but
First down.
the Madden screenplays did not work very well either. Oh, McNabb tries to duck and cover, but he can't. He gets blasted back at the 27-yard line. And that is a pretty monster sack. Just a free rush off that right side.
Second down now.
2nd and 16 following the monster loss. McNabb, they bring 2. Oh, that's a nice defensive play there. I was going to say the Chargers bring 2 extra defenders. One of them gets picked up on the right side, but it leaves a free rusher right up the middle. It's like Leroy Butler there for the Chargers. McNabb drops back all kinds of time. A little surprised to see the San Diego Chargers fall back into coverage on a 3rd and 16. Bring that pressure. You've been getting to him. You got the blitzer off the edge. You brought 2 extras that still left 1 too many. And then you just allow Donovan McNabb to pick you apart for the touchdown. It's a bizarre choice. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And the Jets on the board first, even though they're the higher seed, kind of looking for the upset, considering how well San Diego placed as far as the standings were concerned. Extra point. Kick is up, and the kick is good. School of Fine Art, singular. There is only one fine art. Uh-oh. I think I might have ruined another disc. Am I going to have to buy a third copy of this game? I'm kidding, I won't do that. I'll just have to suffer. So I guess the Xbox 360 and the original Xbox, both tremendous problems scratching discs. We're just having trouble reading them after the console's being moved.
I like that return, KC. Now they've got pretty decent.
That is a terrific return and very helpful for the San Diego Chargers, who didn't really do a whole lot on their first drive. But an opportunity for a much better drive with good field position. They're up near the 40-yard line, just short at the 38. Looking for a touchdown here to respond to the Jets. Getting on the board following an overtime win over Green Bay. Pitch and then back, and wow, it's actually maybe going to kind of work. It was almost intercepted. Into double coverage. We've seen them run plays like that a few times, and the blocks always give up on the front line with the offensive lineman before the quarterback really even gets the ball back. So, nice to see. Nice to see the play almost work, actually. Well, kind of. It was almost a pick. I don't know. It's a qualified success. Here is a nice throw down the left sideline towards the 30. Found a receiver who had a step on his defender. Looks like maybe a fullback on the reception there. Gannon almost succumbed to the pressure of Teddy Bruschi, but instead finds a nice completion down the left sideline.
First down.
Oh, there's a nice defensive play by the Jets. Got through that line of scrimmage quickly and stopped him for at least a no gain, maybe a loss of one there.
Second down now. Two backs in. Drop.
Gannon off the left side. He'll pick up a couple inside the 30 down to about the 28-yard line. That's not a bad play there, I guess. I mean, he at least was decisive. He started to run with the ball immediately, and he didn't shuffle around in the backfield just begging for someone to get him for a loss there. Good job by the Jets to bring the pressure and send an extra defender where there was a gap and get to the quarterback. That's what I thought the Chargers should have done on their defensive possession that gave up the touchdown. I think that might even knock them out of field goal range. We could see a punt here if it's fourth down. It'll be the final play of the quarter. Jets lead the Chargers 7-0.
Fourth down. Cutting unit on. Look for the coffin corner. This time. Floats it.
Now, what if we saw a punt, a blocked punt,
Coffin corner. That's a touch.
and they coffin corner? That's a touchback. Two contradicting sentences there, but okay.
First down.
So 1st and 10 from the 20.
The Chargers get going with 4 down running. Swing pass.
McNabb fires to the right side. Not a great throw, wasn't able to regain his balance, and the defender came flying in, making a nice open field tackle. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
2nd down.
Second down and 10 and a run. Nice job by the blitzing linebacker. Saw that one all the way, plugged up the gap, and sent him backwards. 3rd down and 11. This could be a quick drive for the New York Jets, even though it was a completion and a run play. No gains so far. McNabb drops back. Again, they give him a really clean pocket to work with, dropping into coverage. Fires back over the other over to the other side of the field. And that's just that's a bad throw. So the coverage call that time works in their favor.
4th down.
And it's 4th down, just like that.
The Jets will kick the ball away.
Kick is away, and they'll return it from the 34. It'll be a fair catch. Todd Sauerbrunn. 46-yard punt on that one as he runs in slow motion to the other side of the field.
1st down. Ward in motion. Clock
Oh, we have a penalty marker here. We're going to get a false start? We are going to get a false start. Ah, I was on the wrong side.
1st and 15.
I formation, play action pass. Gannon rolling to his right. Oh, he had a receiver. He had a receiver free right up the seam, and he just didn't go for him. I think it was the number 40, I think, that had the big completion down the field. He ran like a pretty perfect, like, 1st down button hook. They just did not go to him.
Second and 3. The Jets have 4 down linemen today. Anderson for the ball.
Off to the right, or off the... Oh, boy. That was a rough commentary. It was, what was it, 2nd down and 3. It's a nice gain for the Chargers here, who look like they're getting a little bit of life offensively.
1st and 10.
With a good run off the right side, up to the 48-yard line.
Ward in motion.
Gannon drops back, fires to the flat, picks up a block a little bit down the field, but can't make the man miss. The only guy really that was going to tackle him before that 1st down line. And that will be 2nd down and 3, I want to say.
Second and 5.
Oh, 2nd down and 5.
Split back.
Getting near the halfway point of the 2nd quarter. Oh, nice pitch run. That's better than it would have been in NFL Fever 2002. A lot better. It didn't go for any gain, but it also wasn't completely atrociously blocked. I will be sure to save after all of these games. Oof, this one's rough. This one actually might kick us out. That disc is working real hard. Okay. Okay. We're gonna hold on. We're gonna hit a spicy save here. Just because I don't really want to lose this amount of progress. The disc was perfectly fine. I moved the Xbox to record the most recent taste test that went up, and apparently that was the bad idea. Now it is okay. New saved game. Okay. We'll just let this save a little bit. We'll probably save around halftime, or if it gets really bad like that, and then I'll pop saves after every after every game. Oh, good. It could not be saved because of an error. Fantastic. We'll give it a second shot. Uh-oh. Please just save the game. Okay, Dynasty was saved. All right. I wonder if it's the disc or the console itself. I mean, I unplugged it before I moved the console, and then I moved the console and then plugged it in. I mean, I am messing with 20-year-old technology here, so. Oh, the Chargers. Their drive looked so good. They even got into Jets territory, but nothing doing this time. The Jets will run away from the ball, and that is almost the best punt we've ever seen, but it is into the end zone. We're going out to the 20-yard line for the next Jets drive as we hit the 2-minute warning. 7-0 in this one with, what's it called? 7-0 lead here in a drizzly New York. Throw over the middle, right up the seam. That's a terrific pass. I love the route. Everything about that play was fantastic. Tackled up near midfield. An easy 1st and 10. Sacked back at the 42-yard line, and that is not what you want to see if you're a Jets fan. They're looking good there for a brief moment, and then the pressure for San Diego, the linebacker pressure has consistently been good. It's just been the way that the defense has been called by the San Diego computer controller or whatever, computer player, however you'd like to call it, whatever you'd like to call it. They'll send pressure. They sent more pressure there on a 2nd down and 17, and that's going to force or lead to an interception. Oh, we had to run toward the sideline. Al Harris had a shot at a pick 6.
Right about now, that quarterback is trying to convince the coach that the only guys open were the defensive guys.
But the way that they blitzed on, 1st down or 2nd and long, and then just kind of played coverage in 3rd down has been very confusing. Though that time it does force an interception, so a win for the Chargers play callers. Cannon rolls to his left, fires over the middle of the field. He has a man wide open. That should be a touchdown, and it is. Alvis Whitted, first reception of the day, goes for 45 and a touchdown, and they cash in immediately following the turnover with a big play. Look at number 32 just hanging out there, ready. There it is, fired over the middle. Number 18 going for 6. We'll have a 7-7 game here.
This point after will tie the game. There's the snap. He boots it. The
Kick is up, and the kick is good. We have an even 7-7 game here.
all teed up for the kickoff.
49 seconds to go in this one.
Moles gets the ball. Starts upfield. Crosses the 20. Brought down. Harris brought that play to an end. The return ended at the 27-yard line. First and 10. There are two running backs behind the quarterback.
Throws to the outside. We'll get up to the 37-yard line. Second down and inches from the 36-yard line. Receiver went out of bounds, so that'll save clock / timeouts for the New York Jets, because even though they have timeouts, they still take a second to call them. There's a throw down the right side, and he is going to get stopped by the shoestring tackle. That great animation that has made plays like that not be guaranteed touchdowns. In 2002, that's a touchdown. Terrific play there. I thought he was gone. I'm glad I held a moment to make that call. Al Harris with a touchdown saving tackle.
First and 10. Four receivers set. Hilliard wide left.
Rolls and fires. It's going to be caught inside the 25. Down to the 23.
He held on to the ball. Nifty little play there.
Oh, man. You know what? I feel bad for that guy. It's not all his fault, but when the dust settles, he's going to be the one with egg on.
The Jets could call a timeout. They have one timeout left. Second and 6. Two running backs behind the quarterback. Moles right.
Split back, second down and 6. I think the Jets have one more timeout. It's going to be over the
The pass deflected.
back across his body, over to the other side of the field, and just one of these miserable throws. It probably should be picked off because it was into triple coverage. But McNabb gets lucky that time, and it is just an incomplete pass.
Third and 6. One back set for the Jets.
Still plenty of time for the Jets, and I believe a timeout in their pocket, so they should have
Throws.
time to do whatever except for throw an interception. This one could be returned all the way. Oh, I thought it was going to be a 7-7 game at half, but it's going to be a 14-7 lead for San Diego. 10-5 touchdown. Leroy Butler, one of two, surprising, Green Bay defenders on the Chargers. One interception, 88 yards to the house. He tried to roll out, fired. Not a great pass to Wilkins. Wilkins tried the shoestring grab to save it, but could not get there. And Butler was gone. That is a wild turn of events. Two Donovan McNabb interceptions have led to... Oh, were they not going to let him kick the extra point? They're running off the field. Oh, okay. It looked like they were going off the field. That didn't even go till halftime.
Picks up. It's good.
So 14-7, Donovan McNabb has ended two Jets drives in a row with interceptions. One of them returned for 6, and then the other one was a one-play drive to get the Jets, or excuse me, get the Chargers a touchdown. Now you're seeing why this Chargers team was toward the top of the...
Secures the ball. He's on the move. Reaches the 20.
toward the top of... What's it called? The standings, that's what it is.
At the end of the first half, the score is the Chargers 14, the
So
Jets
14-7 at the break. Pretty entertaining first half there. Jets struck first. They have 136 total yards. -1 in the rushing column, which is never good. McNabb throws over the middle, and he'll get up to the 40. Should have split that block to the right. That block worked it to the right and tried to get some extra yards. Well defended down the field there. I guess Butler had come off of it, but
First and 10. On the out. Wilkins in motion.
handoff to the left side. He breaks a tackle in the backfield and is able to get a gain of 1, maybe 2 on the play going to the left side.
Second and 9. The Jets are going with split backs on this play. Moves right.
McNabb drops back, steps and fires into the flat, and he is free and clear. He is inside the 20, down to the 15, the 10, and he will be tackled right around the 5-yard line. What a terrific play for New York right there to try to get right back in this game. I love the play. We see them throw to the flat so often, and it doesn't work because it's just bad play design, but that was a terrific read. Good find there. A short, easy completion that goes for a monster gain. That's what you're looking for.
First and goal.
So first and goal from the 6. Opening drive, third quarter. McNabb throws over the middle, and then that should have been a touchdown. It was off his hands, incomplete. It was a perfect throw. Great read, a good route, turned around in time, and just could not make the catch. So second down and goal. If the Jets lose this game by 4, circle that play. I mean, if the Jets lose this game at all, like, circle that play right there.
Throws. Intercepted in the end zone. That's a touchback.
Oh my goodness. San Diego blitzed again, forced a quick throw from McNabb and just a bad read or a bad throw perhaps. Right to Leroy Butler, who has his second pick of the game. And what very easily could be a 14-14 score is still a 14-7 deficit because of a third interception thrown by Donovan McNabb of the New York Jets.
Throws. Tipped.
That should have been intercepted on the Jets side, but still defended well, and that'll bring up second down and 10. Jets need their defense to come through here.
Second and 10. They're going with a 34 defense. Stallworth in motion. And he's tackled.
Jets bring a little bit of pressure off the right side. Rich Gannon tried to run it. It looked like it was going to be a pretty free and clear sack there for 55, but kind of a weird collision detection or just animation decision there by the game's code, and I mean, I'm sure it counts as a sack regardless. So third down and 15.
Set up in high formation.
Jets looking to get off the field here following the interception.
Gannon drops back.
Bring a little bit of extra pressure. It's one-on-one across the line. It's a nicely defended play on the back end. We see a lot of those go for big gains, but Gannon, I don't think quite had the arm strength on it. The defender read it well and was 2 yards in front of the receiver. Easy deflection. And mercifully for the Jets, it does not get any worse as we will see a punt here with 2:38 to go in the third. From the 40, he'll try to spin, but too early on it. And he'll get a couple of yards, but not a whole lot to write home about there. Terrific job by the Jets defense. Gets him off the field and out of that terrible situation.
First and 10. The defense is staring down the field. Slot man to the right.
McNabb throws and finds a receiver down the right sideline. Another monster gain. The short throw for a big yak. We're back inside the Chargers, or in the red zone, I should say. Number 45 this time around. I believe it was number 21 for the Jets last time. Oh, it's a nice completion. He's going to turn upfield and get inside the 5. First down and goal. If I'm the Jets, maybe I turn around to hand the ball off a little bit more. Nothing fancy, no like pitches or swings or anything. Just a good old-fashioned run. Off the tackle, off the guard, whatever it is. McNabb has not been clutch in these situations throughout the day. Pitch to the left side, and that is exactly what I said not to do, and that is exactly why I said not to do it. It's going to be a second down and goal from double the distance away. That's not what you want to see. You're already struggling to get points. You missed the completion. Missed the completion for the touchdown. Immediately went to an interception. So what do you do here? Do you pass it? You try to run it, hope maybe you can get half of it back. Oh, we had him over the middle. Instead, it's a float pass toward the back corner, or the back line, I should say. And that was incomplete. Maybe a little swing pass here for the Jets. They've had luck, or they've had good fortune, I should say, throwing it out to those receivers in the flat. Third and goal from the 7. That's deflected, and I don't know that he even gets in on that back end if it is a completed pass. He was short of the goal line. Not that it mattered. Number 45 coming through and batting it down.
Anderson awaits the snap.
Kick is up, and the kick is good. Gary Anderson, 1 for 1 with a 23-yard field goal.
We're waiting for the kickoff.
14-10 the score with 1:15 to go. In quarter number 3, it'll be returned from the 2-yard line. He'll get up to the 20, make a couple men miss, and he is off and running, but he, for some reason, decided to engage the kicker, and the kicker able to take him down. That was a kick return for a touchdown right there. Beautiful moves right at the start, and it just, for whatever reason, the AI goes into the contact rather than outrunning a kicker, which you're almost guaranteed to do. Kicker didn't have really a whole lot of options. He's not going to be able to take much of an angle to try and get you. Off the right side, but not a whole lot of room there. He'll gain 1.
He earned every yard he got on that one.
Second and 9.
Gannon with a little quarterback run, and this is why you don't want to see the quarterbacks running, and that is why I complimented the other quarterback, or one of the other quarterback runs we saw from Rich Gannon. Look at him just run around in a circle here for like no reason at all. At least the first time he was decisive. He knew he was going to run the ball to the left side. It wasn't going to be effective, but he did it anyway, and he was quick decision making there. That was a mess, and that is more what we anticipate seeing from these quarterbacks, is just running in circles. One more play here before the end of the third on a 3rd and 4. Yes, we will get it. Final play of the third quarter. That'll be a throw to the right side, blocked at the line. The Chargers and Jets head to the fourth quarter. 4-point deficit. Chargers scored all their points in that second quarter. 246 to 105 yards. An 88-yard interception return for a touchdown will definitely help with that. The Jets defense doing another tremendous job getting these Chargers off the field. Oh, I want to see it so bad. I want to see it so bad. I want to see a kick, punt, block, punt so bad. A kick, punt, block, punt. Might not even be legal.
First and 10. Lined up in the shotgun. Hilliard running right.
McNabb facing some extra pressure right up the middle, and he'll get crushed inside the 20. That is a monster loss, and another good defensive call by the San Diego Chargers to send blitzers right up the middle. The pressure is getting home, and a couple of times it hasn't gotten home. It's forced some turnovers, so it's been all good except for some of the questionable blitz timings. I'd anticipate we'll see a little bit of pressure here on second down and 18, but third down has been the down where it's been the weirdest and most unexpected.
Wilkins in motion. Throws. He's got it. Stop.
Finds a little flare out there, and he'll get most of the sack yards back, but I don't think he quite got all of them back.
Third and 12. McNabb drops back. And he's dropped. The defense was on him before he got rid of it.
Terrific defensive call there, sent just a bunch of extra blitzers. Got McNabb in the backfield. Looks like a safety blitz there. Number 22 coming through. Clements just screaming to the quarterback. And it'll be fourth down and 18. 2 sacks on that drive. And with 3.5 to go, time becoming more and more of a factor here.
On his way.
The Jets are all right at the moment, and they can still give up a field goal and be down a touchdown, but they got to start picking up the pace on offense a little bit. And that's where it maybe becomes like the most damning for the New York Jets, is if that clock starts to get too low, the game just does not have the ability to get a quick score. So you'll need huge chunk plays, a blown coverage maybe.
First and 10.
Maybe a defensive, big defensive play, punt return, to help mitigate the time issue. First and 10.
It's a run.
It's going to be a handoff to the right side. A couple of side steps, and he'll fall forward for 4.
You know, that wasn't a bad run considering the blocking or lack of it.
Second and 7. The Chargers run a single back set.
Second and 7. Throws over the middle. That'll be a first down.
Take a measure.
Just past, half a football length past
Got it.
the marker.
10. Ward in motion.
Hands the ball off. Tackled after a short gain.
Nicely.
Now, the benefit the Jets defense gets here is the willingness to punt, even though you have probably a pretty good shot at a field goal. And with the terrible punting, you're guaranteed a starting field position at the 20-yard line. Halfway through quarter number 4, second down and 10.
Stallworth in motion. Anderson runs.
Try a run, but well defended by the Jets. Blown up in the backfield. Might see another timeout used here. The clock management not great sometimes. The Jets elect not to use a timeout after the second down and long. Chargers pretty stupidly taking
Looked like he could have caught that one.
taking the snap before the 2-minute warning. That should have been an easy completion. Gannon hit him right in the hands.
Just under 2 minutes left in the game.
Rich Gannendorf.
Miller into the game to punt.
And that'll save the Jets a timeout.
There's the snap.
Wow.
Gets it away.
The punts actually aren't terrible.
That's
They just need more angle to them.
first and 10.
So split backs, 80 yards to go for the win. 1:52 on the clock and 2 timeouts for the Jets, who fire to the left side, and that probably should have been pass interference. That was not a great play, and the defender definitely held the receiver up from getting to that ball. Ever since I saved the game in the game, it seems like it's actually been running fairly smoothly. Second down and 10 from the I formation. McNabb drops back, fires short. That's a pretty rough throw. Poor decision. That's going to take a ton of time off this clock. It's going to set up a 3rd down and 9.
The defense has deployed a bunch of defensive backs. There are 6 DBs on the field.
So McNabb's going to step back. He'll roll to the right. Fire to the right toward the sideline. Beautiful throw and catch on the run. He'll be up toward the 35-yard line. It's going to be a 1st and 10. Clock should stop after the play out of bounds.
First and 10.
So 1:12 to go. 68 yards, excuse me. That'll be blocked, or deflected, I should say.
Second and 10. There's a marker on the field.
We're going to have another false start here.
False start against the offense.
Damn it. That was wrong.
Second and 15. They're going with split back. Hilliard wide right. Dumps it off. Boyd stops him. Good job of containment by the defense.
That was a good tackle. He held it to a short game.
Third and 14.
That is not good. This Jets comeback might just be thwarted. Again, you go back to that play about midway through the third quarter. Off the hands for a touchdown. That would have tied the game. Instead, they threw an interception, which means that even with the second field goal or the subsequent field goal that they got, that makes this a touchdown drive rather than just a field goal drive to eke out a victory at home. Chargers send pressure at the correct time, and they force a 4th and 20. They'll drop them for another 8 or 9. 5th and 29 coming up. Just kidding. Game is over. Chargers win. It was a pretty entertaining first half. The second half was a little less exciting. And the Chargers maybe didn't look like the team to beat today, but sometimes you have to win ugly. I thought the Chargers would win. They have a much better record. They finished second in a more competitive division. The Jets kind of eked in with an even record, and not exactly what you're looking for there. 2nd down and 13 following the knee down. I think somebody maybe took a timeout. Why are they doing this? It is driving me nuts. I mean, it makes sense. The Chargers were a full 3 wins better, and the Jets are going to finish this season with a losing record, and probably leaving the Dolphins and Patriots wondering why. Why couldn't we? And that will do it. The game is complete, and the playoffs are underway. We're 25% done with today's video. Maybe that's not the best phrase to use. Leroy Butler, obviously your player of the game. 2 interceptions, 1 88-yard touchdown reception, or interception, I should say. And then even for the Chargers, you go back to the kickoff that should have been returned for a touchdown with the AI just running into the kicker for no reason. Al Harris had 1, Leroy Butler had 2, and they both played for the Packers. So a good day for former Packers players. There was the touchdown throw. That was immediately following an interception that Donovan McNabb threw. And we didn't even get, interestingly enough, the 88-yard interception return for a touchdown. Nearly 2.5 more times offense for the Jets. They had some big plays down the field. They ended with negative rushing yards, which is wild. And they still won the game by 4. Donovan McNabb, the big difference there with 3 picks, which was something we saw with Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. Giants 49ers coming up next. Kind of two classical teams here. I will say when I was trying to grab the thumbnail images for Madden, I was so used to this game and its loading screen with how slow it was with the loading screen. I forget how fast a PlayStation 5 is sometimes. 49ers taking on the Giants in game number 2 here of our wild card coverage. The Giants 9-7, the 49ers 10-6. Ray Lewis. So we're going to watch back-to-back New York teams. And then we'll go to the 2 AFC divisional. We'll have the 2 wild card divisional matchups, rematches. Season series split between those 2 teams. And we watched both of the Bengals-Ravens games. The Ravens kind of ran the Bengals out of the building in the first one, but the second game was a surprise 3-point victory by Cincinnati. So we'll see what round 3 brings. We watched the Packers win in overtime back in week 5, and then the quarterback got injured against the Lions. They played after that, but we watched some other games instead. And I don't remember what the score was, but I don't think it was very good. So welcome to sunny San Francisco. We're going from the rain to the shine, and one West Coast team gets the not-so-great benefit of having to travel to the East Coast and play early, and one East Coast team gets the benefit of traveling to the West Coast and playing a late game. So That was a pretty nice run back, and San Francisco will start with the ball. Did not catch where the yardage was. First and 10 from the 24-yard line. Marker down. What do we have here? Oh, wow, a holding penalty. Okay, that is a surprise. That is a surprise, considering it was on the offense and it looked like the penalty came well after the ball was out. So a bad start for San Francisco as they're pushed back to the 14-yard line.
Cut down by Smith. He managed to gain 5 yards.
5-yard gain will set up second down and 15. Terry Glenn, Amon Green, Trent Dilfer. Dilfer throws short, and that one is picked off easily by Nate Wayne. That was way too easy. That defender, Nate Wayne, in tremendous position there to pick that ball off. Horrible throw. Horrible, horrible throw by Trent Dilfer, and we get a look at the New York Giants starting offense in this one. Rolls to his left, fires back across his body, or back across the field, I should say. It wasn't really across his body. It's still over the middle of the field, and that's just bad. Are those three guys wearing, like, the same shirt? Fires over the middle, a weird jumping catch there for a gain of 3. A lot of athleticism used to gain a very small number of yards. Two quarterbacks you probably wouldn't pick to be in the playoffs, but these games have provided the fun in that regard. I mean, considering that Joey Harrington is leading the Atlanta Falcons to the home field advantage throughout the NFC playoffs is wild. A couple of poor decisions there, but he's going to actually get tackled forward, and that'll knock him across the 10-yard line, which will set him up for a first and goal from the 9-yard line. So bad awareness by the 49ers defender. You got to try and pull him back. Don't give him forward progress. That's not what you want to do at all. To run off the left side, made the first man miss, but got absolutely rocked by the second guy that got him. Or got hands on him, I guess. He tried to, like, maneuver around a guy that was on the ground, but that did not work in his favor. Kaboom. There is a nice touchdown catch, Kevin Swain. 1 reception, 7 yards, and a touchdown. Giants on the board first after the terrible interception. Jake Plummer finds the end zone for a 6-0 lead.
The drive covered 19 yards and took 5 plays. They'll line up to kick the point out.
Kick is up, and the kick is good. 7-0 with 2:52 to go here in quarter number 1. Interception leads to 6.
Lent is back deep to receive the kick. He kicks it. Deep kick. A man
4 yards deep in the end zone, and they are going to take it out because why bother taking a knee?
19-yard
Tackled from behind and pushed forward towards the 20-yard line, but he's not going to quite get there. 1st and 10 for the 49ers at probably the 19 or so.
First and 10. Beyond. Quarterback set strong. Starts a man in motion.
Offset I formation. Plenty of time for Trent Dilfer to find a receiver over the middle. Gain of about 5. That San Francisco 49ers drive last time started off with a hold and just went downhill from there. This time positive yards on first down. See if they can turn this into some positive rhythm. Work their way down the field. 2nd and 5. 4 receivers split, 2 on either side. Dilfer looks around, and that's about the same route we saw the interception occur on. And again, the defender just in terrific position. Doesn't come away with the pick, but it's an easy deflection right there.
Third and 5. The long running back behind the quarterback.
Try to send a little bit of extra pressure. I think that helped. Dilfer maybe got rid of the ball just a split second before he wanted to, and that's led to an incompletion. It'll be 4th down and 5.
Ball snap. Launch stop. High floater.
The Giants will take over. The road team playing very well here with an excellent punt return. They're going to be inside 49ers territory. That was a terrific run back. 27 yards for McCarron's. McCarron's? Put an extra R in there. McCarron's. Got to the sideline. Oh, got blasted out of bounds. It probably would be a penalty in today's game because he was like easily had already given himself up, and you can't have that kind of hit that far off the field.
First and 10.
And you know what? I would agree with it. If they throw a flag on that, I'm with them. It's the kind of stuff you want to get out of the game. Football's an inherently violent sport. You don't need more.
On the move. Throws
Plummer
downfield.
rolls, fires, wide open, touchdown.
Pulls it in. Touchdown. That
Byron
definitely
Chamberlain, excuse me. 1 reception, 43 yards, and a touchdown. And that just like that, 13-0, San Francisco. Fought and clawed their way into these playoffs.
covered 43 yards and took just 1 play.
They are they're getting spanked here early.
The Giants come on for the point after. It's up. And good.
Kick is good.
All teed up for the kicker. He steps into it. Great kick. It's caught.
49ers will take it from 6 yards deep. He's going to get up to the 15, not even to the 15. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. That is why you put the arms out in the T. You kind of like T-pose a little bit, and you just go, I'm not even touching it. Not touching it, because we'd like some good field position here. And that is how you start losing the field position battle early in this one. It's 1st and 10 from the 14.
Two backs set for the 49ers. Spot right.
You're going to punt it. They'll get it at like the 40 maybe. Or their own 40. But with the tremendous punt return last time, who knows? A lot of incomplete passes here. By the way, we are still in the first quarter. You can see here that that should be taking off a good chunk of that clock there. Dilfer finds a receiver that time, and he'll get up near the 30-yard line. That was a nice play. Dilfer with his first completion in what feels like forever. Can't be looking good in the completion percentage category.
First and 10. The 49ers combine with split backs on this play. Glenn right.
Two receivers to the right side of your screen. Dilfer has a wide open receiver because they blitzed an extra guy off that left side. He's free and clear inside the 20, down to the 10, makes a man miss, and they tried the shoestring tackle, but it didn't matter because Mahan Green was in the end zone after a 70-yard touchdown, or a 70-yard reception goes to the end zone. We saw this with the Jets in the previous game, a couple of just easy throws to the flat, and you're looking for that big yak.
The drive covered 85 yards.
And that is what San Francisco had right there, big yak. We have kind of like the 6 kind of classic NFC teams here. Or 5 of the 6 classic, or of the NFC teams are the classic teams. The San Francisco, oh my God. The Atlanta Falcons are by far the newest team in the playoffs. They are the #1 seed in the NFC. Would you have the Cowboys, the 49ers, the Giants, the Bears, the Packers? A lot of old teams that have been around for a very long time. Quick strike drive for the 49ers, showing that just because you started on the 14 doesn't mean you can't score a touchdown. You got to break that to the left. You had a ginormous gap to the left side, and you went right. I wonder if we'll be able to see it any better from this angle. I don't think so. We're a little too zoomed in. Yeah, I can't see that at all. That's where you need the sky cam to just highlight, like, the lane is right here or right there, depending on which way you're looking at it. But go left and get yards, young man. First and 10 with 52 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. The Giants with the ball back. They're going to go for it with a run. And they'll start at the 18.5-yard line and get up near the 24. Second down and 4 following the 6-yard gain. Explosive first quarter coming to a close here. How many more plays do we get? I mean, I don't think anybody would be... Oh, that's a nice defensive play by San Francisco, and every yard that they got is lost and a couple more. Third and pretty long coming up. That will be the last play of the first quarter. Third down and 12 coming up after the break. 14-7 Giants on top, but San Francisco with a nice response last drive. We'll see if the New York Giants can keep their rhythm going. 59 yards of total offense to 95 yards of total offense. 70 of those 95 yards coming on one play. Third down and 12 following the monster sack. Nice job blocking by that Giants offensive line to buy Plummer enough time to find a completion over the middle. It's a third and 12 that goes for about 17. And it'll be first down and 10. Completely unnecessary move there. There was no other defender on the screen.
First and 10. With that, Dyson line left. Anderson has the ball.
So first and 10, trying to run the ball.
Brakes on him at the line.
Nothing happening there off the left side.
Second and 11.
I formation with two receivers to the left side. They're going to try the right side. It's a shoestring tackle, though. They'll fall forward. Maybe they'll give him two as we hit a pretty bad game freeze. First one we've seen in a little bit. Second quarter continues. Third down and 10. Well, nice. I like that defensive play a lot. They sent two, and they kind of looped one of them around, one of the defenders around, got to the quarterback. It was a nice pickup on the blitz, kind of, until 33 made the smart decision to go around and found the gap right up the middle, and Plummer gets sacked. San Francisco forces a fourth down and 16, and an opportunity to get this game tied with the next possession. Really spun too early. Oh no, he might have had him if he delayed that spin move by just a second. Looked like there was a pretty good amount of green in front of him.
First and 10. Single back formation. Drops back. Throws. Ball batted
Where did that defender come from? I don't know if anybody has that kind of acceleration in this game. That was that was wild. It looked like he just like zipped right over.
Second and 10. Starts a man in motion. Flag on the play, and the officials will make
We're gonna get an encroachment here. Nice job by Plummer to use by Trent Dilfer to use the hard count and get a free 5. Second and 5 coming up.
The defense has 5 backs on the field. Throws downfield.
Oh, a nice open receiver. He's going to pull away from the defenders. Touchdown, 49ers. So they have touchdown receptions of 70 and 63 yards. If that false start didn't happen, you might have 70 and 68 yards. Terry Glenn, though, former New England Patriot, on the receiving end of this one, an absolute beauty. As he just pulls away. A couple of defenders had a shot at him, but just ran out of room. They had an incompletion, a penalty, and a touchdown. Two incredible drives for the San Francisco 49ers are going to knot this game up at 14 with a little under 3 to go here in the second quarter. This is playoff football. Playoff football. You know what I'm talking about?
That ties this game up. Jet is deep, waiting for the kick. There's the kickoff.
He will return it from the 2-yard line. And they'll get up shy of the 25. So not a 21-yard line. The forward progress, like, I think really is making a difference. I don't know exactly where that rule came in, but it does look like a lot of times they get knocked backwards. That's where the ball is spotted, where it maybe should be a yard or two ahead. Because they keep calling it. I'm like, oh, up to the 34-yard line is first and 10 at like the 31. I'm like, what the heck? First and 10, though, they'll give them the 21, maybe the 22. There's a nice run up the gut. And they'll get 2 chain lengths short of a first down. 2nd and inches from the 31-yard line. Thomas trying to make some moves to slide through a gap that wasn't really there. We'll get up near the 35, and that is a first down regardless. Falls forward, but they'll give him nothing. We're going to hit the 2-minute warning. Second quarter has been much better paced than that first quarter, which seemed to just drag on forever. 2nd and 12, though, from the 34-yard line. Champ Bailey lining up. Giants don't have to get it all on this one. Maybe half, three quarters, so 6 to 8 yards. Oh, a big bomb down the left sideline. Tipped and incomplete. Hit the hands of the receiver. That was into double coverage. I said we'd be 6 to 9 yards there, Sean. Good math. Excellent math. 6 to 8 yards, which is like, ooh. What'd you say? You said half to 3 quarters? What's 3 quarters of 12, Sean? 9. There's a nice little find over the middle. He spun forward. I think he's going to get knocked past the first down marker, and he will. We'll look at another measurement, and this time it's good. Giants are working against the clock here, under 2 to go, and they're going to find Jake Plummer running the ball inside the 45 down to the 43, 42. First down yardage, though. Jake the Snake showing off his athletic legs. I really didn't know how to finish that sentence, but we got there. I found a way. Stupidity finds a way. Oh, he tried to run again, but it wasn't as effective as he got blown up in the backfield. Ted Johnson, 4 tackles, a couple of sacks, and it's going to push them back across the 50, it looks like. Right on the 49. Clock is still moving. Everybody got full timeouts here. A little surprised to not see San Francisco try and get a clock stoppage here to maybe try and take a lead into halftime. There's another more pressure off the edges.
You're not supposed to make it easy for him.
So 3rd and 7 with 42 seconds. Maybe San Francisco wishes they had taken a timeout after that sack. The incompletion stops the clock. This one's going near the first down marker, and no one really went for that ball. No one went for that ball at all. What? Usually the defender jumps in to bat it away. The receiver didn't really seem interested in catching it. I'm okay. We're good. This is a pretty nice punt. Again, if the AI would just down it correctly, I love the way they do the punt kicks, the punt coverage now. You just run past the guy if you think he's gonna. I mean, not like recklessly just running past him, but just trying to loop past him and then look up around the goal line and try and stop it. I also love the rule that you cannot. No part of your body can be touching inside the goal line, or in the end zone. So you get people jumping outside and like trying to throw it back over the line. It's wild. It's like a fun cricket play.
Timeout called by the home squad. They have 2 timeouts left.
So second down and 11. Interesting time to take a timeout is after you lose a yard. But hey, this game does not always make sense. Dilfer's going to drop back. He's going to throw short, and that's just an incomplete pass. San Francisco's going to need shorter plays here. The shortest long play you can find. That's what the 49ers are going to want to look for. There's a good run. Just run out the half. No big deal. No one needs to take a timeout. Go to the break, tied at 14. Giants were up by 2 touchdowns. San Francisco responded with monster plays of 63 yards and 70 yards. That's why they have such a huge lead in the total yards per. And don't forget, New York scored following a turnover, so Dilfer has turned it around in that second quarter with two big plays, though one of them was kind of just a pass to the flat that went for a lot, which is what you're looking for. I mean, Green made a man miss to get to the end zone. A terrific throw to Terry Glenn for a monster completion there. So that's what? 70, 133, 134, something like that, of those 160 yards or so on those 2 plays.
First and 10.
Take those 2 plays out, you take those 2 touchdowns off, and you have like just an abysmal fight here for these teams. First down and 10, the Giants' first possession, or the first possession in general of the second half. We're going to have a holding penalty, which is a true shame because he actually was able to break free on the left side. And there it is. First and 20 on the New York Giants 12.
First and 1. Thomas gets the ball. Pulled down by Henry. He got it upfield nicely.
You know what the problem was there? The defense didn't rally around the football.
Second and 13.
So second down, and 13. I saw the 3 in the background, and I was thinking it was going to be third down. Second and 13, though. Jake the Snake is going to... Jake Plummer has some speed as he tries to get upfield. He'll get probably half of that, which is pretty good for that down and distance. And third down and 6. Looking for the fullback run, which normally is a call that I like, but I'm not wild about it in that scenario. So a really nice job by the San Francisco defense, and they'll stuff him well short of the first down. 4th and 7. Inside the 30, up to the 35, 40, and he's going to get pushed out of bounds at the 47-yard line. Incredible run back. All right, you enjoy some third quarter action. I'm going to hop up, and we'll be right back, or I'll be right back. So enjoy real commentary, huh?
First and 10. Tackled by number 63. They stopped him at the line. No gain.
Total denial by the defense.
Shows handoff. Throws. Pass incomplete. Third and 10. Throws. It's caught. Jolted. Gained about 2 yards. Pass complete. He picked up 2 yards. Fourth and 8. The 49ers will kick the ball away. Second punt of the day by Richardson. Here's the snap. A lot of air under that. That's a touchback. First and 10. One back set to the Giants. It's a run. He was stopped for a loss that time.
Looks like the offense had a complete meltdown there again.
Second and 15. Three receiver set. It's not allowed. It's a handoff. Stop. Run stopped nicely at the line of scrimmage.
They didn't let the man get his roll on. The defense kept that play contained.
Third and 15. Play action film. He's on the move. Down he goes. No way out that time.
Nice pursuit by the defense. They didn't let him escape.
Fourth and long. The Giants got their punting unit on the field. Fourth punt of the day by Roy. There's the snap.
It's a great time, it appears, to have gotten up there. Nothing happening. 14-14 still. So the third quarter belongs to a whole lot of nothing. And we'll head to the fourth, looking for a winner in this one. Don't forget, overtime rules back then, back then, pretty awful. So a field goal could send an entire team home. Oh my goodness. He took so long to turn around. That man turned on a $50. Look at this just awful, like, oh, I gotta get out. This guy's running in slow Trent Dilfer's running in slow motion. That linebacker full speed looks like who's faster between Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote? Last play of the third quarter is a second down and 17. That's going to be thrown to the side. They are so lucky that that is an incompletion. That was a merciful dislodging of the ball. You don't need to lose 4 more yards and set up a 3rd and 21. Just take your 3rd and 17. Oh, the incomplete pass, by the way, stops the clock with 2 seconds to go. So this should be the final play of the third quarter, a 3rd and 17 for San Francisco. Single back set with some motion from right to left. Dilfer drops back. Good protection. Rolls to his left. Fires. And there is a wide open man. The defender carried with the wrong receiver. Trent Dilfer is 7 for 15 for 202 yards and 2 touchdowns. How long was this throw?
At the end of the third quarter, we're tied.
Wow. 14-14 at the end of 3. I mean, if you take those 3 throws out, he's like 7 for 12 or something for a like pocket change amount of yards. That was a huge throw. So 1st and 10 in the red zone, and they're going to try and get that flat throw again. If you can try and lob that up over the defender, it looked like it was more of a bullet pass that time. The defender able to get his hand on it. There was nobody behind him. So if you can get it to where you're kind of, it's a drop in the bucket throw, could be looking at 6.
The 49ers from a single back center.
That had a good opportunity to be intercepted by the Giants defense to put an end to this drive, but not able to make the play, and Green picks up another reception. The clock will continue to tick away. And it'll be 3rd down and 7 from the 15-yard line. Right on the 15-yard line. There's a nice... Oh, he stayed in bounds! Quincy Morgan with a 14-yard touchdown. And the San Francisco 49ers are taking the lead with 21 unanswered points. Dilfer with a great throw. Nice little sideline animation there. I thought, wow, he got the 1st down, no problem. Look at that big play. 10, 20, 30, 40, maybe 50 yards or so. He had 202 yards at one point. So you take away 50, that's 152. You take away 70, that's 82. You take away 60 some odd, that's like 18 yards. It's abysmal. San Francisco is living or dying by the big play, and right now they are living with a lead, 21-14. We've seen both New York teams get out to a lead and just unable to hold it. Their offense can't get into any rhythm. Oh, there was a spin move way too early. So 1st and 10 with 4:15 to go in the 4th quarter. The Giants will start with a run. They'll get up close to the 30, but not quite there. Still a good start to this drive. They need a touchdown to tie it. And a field goal does you a whole lot of no good. Maybe if you really believe in your defense to try and get the touchdown for the win. Never mind, it's all over. The 49ers are going to round number 2. Champ Bailey has the interception there. 1 pick, 3 yards. Only has 1 tackle on the day. And the New York Giants just throwing it away. 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. Unfortunately for San Francisco, this is not exactly field goal range for this game, even though you probably have a kicker that can kick it from this this length to make it a 2-score game, to really put it out of reach. The Giants defense has a chance. Archuleta on that one. And we said the same thing with the Jets. I believe they got the benefit of that because the Chargers punted. So you're going to get it from the 20 with 2 and change. There's a nice find. Tackled and pushed forward inside the 25 to the 24. 3rd down and 1 coming up. Third down and 2. That looks like 1 to me, but hey, whatever. The ketchup and mustard lines do not lie. And that was too easy. They're in the red zone.
They just shoved it right down the defense's throat.
The Giants have called a timeout. They have 2 timeouts left.
Giants do call a timeout. We're still on the...
First and 10.
someone said the fat side of the 2-minute warning, which I thought was weird.
Davenport has the ball.
Run to the left.
The tackle was
Makes a man miss in the backfield.
He was stopped and brought down at the
Nothing.
line of scrimmage.
No gain there. Maybe one.
Timeout called by the defense. They have 1 timeout left. Second and 10. They line up in the eye. Dropped for a ball.
Blown up in the backfield. Nice play by New York, at least trying to save their season here. Maybe the one more timeout, or they out of timeouts at this point. Third down and 14. New York does have a timeout. I would take it before the 2-minute warning. Save yourself as much time as possible. You're going to need it in a game that does not have the ability to move quickly. Dilford looks, fires into the end zone, and it's going to be...
Incomplete. He was not
Oh, it was incomplete!
just under
Oh, I thought the Giants were going to save their season with a pick. Kind of asterisk. Save their season asterisk. They still have to score a touchdown, but darn it, that would have made it interesting. As this one... Oh, my goodness. Fourth down and 14. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And that will most likely put this one out of reach unless you get a monster play from New York in the first 3 plays of the drive, maybe. Or maybe the next 3 plays, just in general. That way I include the kickoff there.
teed up for the kickoff. He kicks it. He hauls it in.
So from the 1, they'll run it up past the 20 and fall forward
Is credited with the tackle.
short of the 25-yard line. So first and 10 for the Giants as they look to save their season with this drive right here. Again, forgot that they kind of saved their season asterisk. Well, they also need a field goal that your host forgot about.
First and 10. Three-man front for the defense. Scrambles. Throws.
Plummer throws back across his body. That should have been an interception.
I love that.
That is
Good play by the defense.
Absolutely. I don't think New York wants to win this game.
Second and 10.
So second and 10 with 1:47 to go here in the game. Single back set. Slight motion from right to left. Plummer's going to run off the right side. A pretty good run, actually. Made a man miss somehow, which is pretty wild.
First and 10.
We got the big first down. Full elbow. Like he's using the back of his arm to just fling the front part forward. I'm scared to do it because I don't want to rip my arm off.
Dumps it off right.
I thought that was going to be an interception.
Completed, but no gain.
Heck of a play by the defense. They were just sitting
I thought that was
waiting.
going to be an interception. It was the worst innovation. He didn't turn it all, just ran right out of bounds. I bet if I go back and watch that play, it's not funny at all. But don't worry, Coach. I'm saving clock. He lost a yard.
Throws.
Come on, that's got to be picked. What are you doing? The Giants, this game has no situational awareness. Yeah, so 1st and 10. Under 2 minutes to go, down 2 possessions. I would like a pass for negative yardage.
They're going with a single running back. Drops a man in motion. Throws. And batted down.
Oh, yeah, he probably should have caught the ball.
The Giants have had the ball for 4 minutes longer. And that's what they're giving us. They're giving us negative 1 yard passes and easily deflectable balls.
4th and 11. It's 4th down, but they aren't going to punt. They're going for it. Throws downfield. They'll give up the ball on down. Pressure's on the defense.
He threw into double coverage on those last 2 plays, and it was not even close to a completion. So San Francisco, they score 24 unanswered points. And that will put them into the divisional round. Who will they face? We'll find out a little bit later. I forget if they are the 4 seed or the 3 seed. I think the Bears are the 6. I think the Packers are the 3. So they might be the 4, which means that they would... they'll need the next game to determine where they're going.
No running. Change of pace move. Cut down. A gain of 2 yards.
Look, the defense isn't going to just roll over and play dead. This is the NFL. That means no free lunches. You got to earn your score.
They'll keep the clock moving.
So 3rd down and 3 with under 40 seconds to go. There's really no reason for them to be snapping this ball. They might actually be using some form of clock management, so this should be the final snap of the game. And the 49ers will hand the ball off to the left, and the Giants will end their season on a positive play, a loss of yards.
Tremendous.
But not a whole lot of meaning there. The Giants did not do well in this game. They scored a touchdown off of the following the interception. San Francisco just go for it. They just say, hey, screw it. They will not. They have some level of class. I would have kicked the field goal for a free 3 points. So that'll do it. Our second wild card round game is complete. Both New York teams eliminated immediately.
Sweeping the cups away in a moment. Our final score here in this one is
Start
the
sweeping the
49ers
cups away. All
24,
right.
the Giants 14.
24-14, your final here. Game ball goes to Trent Dilfer, 10 of 20 for 225 yards and 3 touchdowns. 3 of those pass plays at least 50 yards. The third one I'm not 100% sure about. I think it's right around 50. It could be like 48. But the 70-yard pass to Green, the 50 or 63-yard pass, that was the interception. The 63-yard pass to Terry Glenn, which I believe is the play we're seeing right here. I kind of forgot how awful that interception was by Trent Dilfer on that first drive. That first drive started with a holding penalty and just sucked for the rest of it until the interception, which was only like 2 plays, but it was pretty bad.
Thanks for playing NFL Fever.
235 total yards to 121 total yards. The Giants had the ball for almost 3 minutes longer than the San Francisco 49ers did, but it didn't matter because when you live by the big play, sometimes you win by the big play, and other times you die by the big play, but they won by the big play, so they lived by the big play. All that making sense? We haven't had a big monster crash almost in this one, so we'll go ahead and save it after this, mainly because I forgot last time. Bengals and Ravens for the third time this year. Coming up next, game number 3 of 4. We got the oldest rivalry in the league to end out the wild card round. Packers-Bears, who I don't think have really, I don't think that would be true at all. It's 74 degrees in the playoffs. It's set. Global warming hit this game real early. I set the clock today. Anyway, this was a real-life wild card matchup. And the Bengals, with a little bit of help because Lamar Jackson didn't play, had a good win at home. They play tomorrow, facing off against the Buffalo Bills, which happened 2 days ago for you, Edna and James. For the Ravens, like I said earlier, this season's series was split. We watch a lot of AFC North football on this during this series because for whatever reason, that division always ends up with, it just ends up in a big jumble. And it's surprising that all 3 times it's been that way. Between 2 different franchise games, like game franchises, this division's still wild. Cincinnati won the last meeting by stifling the Ravens' offense. It was a low-scoring 10-7 affair, if I remember correctly. The first game, which I believe was in Baltimore, was the Ravens absolutely demolishing Cincinnati. And that is not a good start for Cincinnati to get that ball out to the 15-yard line. That's a 20-yard return, but you take a knee and you're looking at a much better field position situation there. At this point, a holding penalty would be like half the distance to the goal. That's how bad that field position is. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. Cincinnati on the road. They were at home. Used a massive 98-yard fumble return for a touchdown. It was kind of an ugly game, honestly. Cincinnati got off to like a pretty great start, and then just like the second half they couldn't do anything. Here's a look at the Bengals offense, which every time I see I go, huh? Who? Who? Like that? Like who? Who's on this team? The Ravens winners of the AFC North. There's an interception. Okay, not a good start. Brock Marion, who looks a little surprised they took his photo with the pick. Steve McNair, Edna and James, Joe Horn. Oh, dear God. 6'7", Santiago. 6'7"? Adams is 6'7"? That's an absolute... That is a large human being right there. .427 to go here in this one. We've already had 1 turnover. A very short gain on 1st and 10 for the Ravens. We'll take a look at the starting defense. It did not load correctly for the Bengals at all. That is not good news for me. Okay, there we go. Fields with a terrific smile there. I hope your season with the Saints was great. In real life. I hope you're doing well. McNair off the right side. He's going to hit the B button. A beautiful spin move.
Yeah, buddy. That was a nice run.
My friend says, yeah, buddy, a lot. Yeah, buddy. That's right. I have a friend. It's a nice run off the right side, though, for Steve McNair, who I'm sure I will accidentally call Lamar Jackson. I'll see the purple, I'll see the beautiful moves, and I will get confused. There's a nice throw by McNair on that, and that should be enough for a first down. They will give it to him. I was curious where that ball was going to get spotted because it looked like he was facing the opposite way, so the ball kind of landed short. And I don't know, it can be a little tricky to tell where they're going to spot it. It is a conversion for a first down. And he'll get a few yards on that one.
I thought he should have picked up a lot more on that play. You got to run that ball up in there.
Second and 7.
Kansas City is the first team to be admitted to the championship round with a 27-20 victory over the Jacksonville Jaguars. Congratulations to the Jaguars on a good season, a pretty wild season to be able to come back from being 4-8 to getting kind of everything you need and capitalizing on it in the final week when you beat the Tennessee Titans to get into the playoffs. And then the absolute, like, unbelievable 27-point comeback against the Chargers in the wild card. It is mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. I don't even know what word to use for how Robert Pattinson was the kicker. Our Pattinson 48-yard field goal attempt is good. Anyway, congratulations to them on a very good season. I imagine that they will be kind of the team to beat in the AFC South for a little while. Because I don't think Tennessee is really going to do a whole lot. They had their chance. They just needed one win. Tannehill got injured. Anyway, Cincinnati's defense does a great job to hold Baltimore to a field goal. And the 2.5-minute drive gives them a 3-0 lead. We're going to see another run back from about 5 yards deep, and he's going to get to that 15-yard line. I want to say this was part of the problem. I was trying to think about it in one of the previous games because we saw some questionable run backs, as we usually do in these games. There was a game earlier this season that I specifically remember one team just kept running the ball out of the end zone and kept giving themselves terrible field position. And it really helped the other team either get the lead or extend the lead. And I want to say it was Cincinnati, maybe. There's a really nice run on first down. That's good for 9. 9 and a quarter there. Wheatley with a spin move at the 30. That's a solid 5.5-yard run, and that'll get Cincinnati a first down, their first down of the game. So Cincinnati smartly looked and said, we're going to take the ball out of Fiedler's hand, and we're just going to go ahead and run it. Shorten this game. Don't give McNair too many opportunities on the field, and give our quarterback as few opportunities to make a terrible mistake as we possibly can. Single back set. A couple receivers to the left side of the screen. They'll play action pass it this time. And he'll throw to the little comeback route. And they'll give it to him by a half of football. So first and 10 at the 41-yard line. Under a minute to go here in quarter number 1. There's a nice little outlet throw. A great find by Fiedler there, as there were a lot of Ravens getting up to and through that line of scrimmage. Just a beautiful little outlet pass there, and bam, 42 is off and running. Stays in bounds.
First and 10.
See if we get should have another play here. Incomplete pass might be. Might throw my whole thing off. And that is a gain of 9, and the Cincinnati Bengals are driving the field nicely. Following the field goal by the Baltimore Ravens gave them a 3-0 lead. A quick one here. Very even time of possession. The Ravens don't have a ton of yards, but they also didn't need to get a ton of yards following the turnover. And Cincinnati, most of Cincinnati's yards, maybe all of them, coming on this drive. They're going to do a little pitch, and they're going to try and fall forward for the first down. They're going to be half a yard short. We're right on that weird edge for this game where it's, is it going to be a field goal? Is it going to be a punt return or a punt? Field goal attempt or a punt? Should be a field goal attempt. Or at least delay that decision a little bit. That's a huge 8-yard run right up the middle, down near the 22-yard line.
They push the defense all over the place.
First and 10.
So 1st and 10. Offset I formation. Fullback to the weak side. They'll just give it to the fullback. He'll get 2 yards there. 66 yards in about 8 plays or so. Maybe 6. Hard to tell. The converter stretches it to 720, which I kind of wish maybe should find a converter that just leaves it in its regular 4x3. That I can set up the screen a little bit different. That's typically what I do, and maybe what I should be doing. Typically, that's what I do with the Mascot Madness stuff, is reformat it in OBS to 4x3. But whatever, I'm sure it doesn't really matter all that much. 3rd down and 12. The Ravens defense stiffening up here. There's a little throw to the flat. They'll get a couple. The completed pass goes for 1. I said couple, then I said 1. It does help Cincinnati avoid the sack that could make this game make funky decisions, and that's where it gets a little weird. Nice long drive here by the Bengals, 4 minutes plus. Kick is good, so we are all nodded at 3. Jason Hanson, Detroit Lion for a long time. I believe went to Washington State, which they just released a pop vinyl of that mascot. Go Cougs. I'll be at a Cougars game later this year. Very excited about it. Wisconsin Badgers are coming to town. Whew. About 4 yards deep in the end zone. He'll get up to the 15 and to the 20, maybe 21. And that is how you take a run back and make it actually worthwhile. I don't know if it's that it's the run, the kickoff maybe is a yard or 2 deeper, which maybe gives the coverage team time to get down the field, and the Cincinnati Bengals aren't setting up very well. But it's making the Bengals have to drive an extra 5 yards every single time. Which doesn't sound like a lot, but hey, that's 15 feet. McNair can't get away from the pressure. They sent 2 extra defenders that time. And he gets sacked. Deep. That's a deep sack. I don't really know what other better way to say it, but deep. That's a deep sack. 8 yards. 8-yard loss on the play. 2nd down and 18, halfway through quarter number 2. McNair throws to the left, and he finds a receiver who's going to break a tackle, sprinting down the left sideline and break another tackle. He is inside the 30, the 20. There's 4 Bengals chasing him, but no one tries for the touchdown or for the tackle to save the touchdown. Darrell Jackson. Wow. 1 man miss, 2 men miss. Not one just last gasp desperation shoestring animation. No.
A 2-play drive.
2-play drive, and it started out so well for Cincinnati, which is actually what we saw a lot of in the actual wild card game between these 2 teams this year. Cincinnati would put them in like second and 10 or second and 10 or longer, and then they would just give up big plays on third down, and you're just like, oh, these are down in distances you should be getting off the field with, and could be a frustrating watch. Happy that the Bengals won, but we'll see what happens tomorrow against the Bills. Hopefully we get the game everybody wanted back before the whole Damar Hamlin situation happened. So this one's 5 yards deep. Yeah, that Bengals coverage team, or whatever you would call it, is really bad. Like, the Ravens just got through immediately with no contest.
The game stops for the 2-minute warning. Exactly 2 minutes left in the
2 minutes to go here in the second quarter following the absolute monster play down the sideline. 2 broken tackles and a terrific effort to get into the end zone. 10-3. Rolls to his left. Fires back across his body for a gain of 2. Pretty awful play right there.
They have 2 timeouts left. Second and 9.
So that'll go for 1. And the clock is moving inside 2 minutes. This could be an interesting... Oh, it's not moving, excuse me. Could be an interesting double dip from the Ravens. Maybe even triple dip if they're able to. Almost forced an interception right there, but that's going to save the Ravens a timeout. 3rd down and 9 coming up. Fielder drops back, fires into the somewhat vacated zone. Nice read by the defensive back there to just kind of track that ball down and be in the way of that pass. Ended up being into double or triple coverage, but it looked a little more open. So good closing speed there. And that Bengals drive took 19 seconds off the clock. The Ravens with a good opportunity to try and get down the field and get more points before half and before receiving the second half kickoff. It's like 1:35 to go now. Plenty of time. Even in this game, I think 1:35 is a pretty good chunk of time. 3 timeouts. Oh, the Bengals took a timeout and kind of shot themselves in the foot there after the 1-yard pass completion. Yikes. Over to the sideline. He'll be tackled out of bounds past the 40 and just short of the 45.
Second and 3.
Second and 3. McNair throws toward the sideline again. He is 4 for 4 with 102 yards and a touchdown. I believe the big play was 87 yards. 1st and 10 at the 50. The Ravens doing a great job throwing these little outs. Stopping the clock, going out of bounds. They're at midfield. 25 yards for 3, 50 yards for 6, and a couple of players collided there. No flag. They did get tangled up a little bit, and that ball was probably not as overthrown as it looked. Cincinnati's going to send a little bit more pressure that time, and Mark Fields gets his 2nd sack of the day. 3 tackles for him.
That's a complete breakdown up front.
3rd and 16.
McNair drops, rolls, fires, and it, wow, right to a receiver who's going to have pull-away speed inside the 20. He's up to 140 yards already. Two big plays obviously helping with a lot of that. I mean, that looked like it was just going to nobody, and he kind of just threw up a prayer, but he knew what he was doing. Steve McNair with a tremendously anticipated throw. Tremendous anticipation throw. Knew exactly where that receiver was going to be. That is an easy touchdown for Eddie Kinnison. And this is kind of what we saw out of the Bengals and Ravens in the first game. Let me see if I can pull that footage up real quick, because it was pretty bad. NFL Fever 2003. I have my notes up here. Baltimore, Indianapolis.
So the kicking unit on now for the extra point. He steps it.
Back in week number 10.
Cortez will put the ball in play.
It was in Baltimore.
He kicks it.
It did not like that I was trying to skip through footage while it was loading.
Brings it out of the end zone.
4:35, we go in fourth. Let's advance a little bit here. We got that weird slingshot tackle. This is the episode where Brian Greasy got injured. 27-3 in favor of the Ravens at home. We'll take a look a couple weeks later. I want to say it was like literally 2 weeks later. It was 3 weeks later in week number 13. It's a nice find around the 20, and he is pulling away from those Ravens players a little bit. 31 seconds, 10-3. Oh, did Baltimore win this game? I may have actually been wrong. Hold on, we'll see. I thought the Bengals won. I'm definitely wrong about the score. – 30 seconds to go here in the second quarter. 1st and 10 for the Bengals, who find themselves down big in this one. Fiedler throws over the middle. Nice throw by him into Ravens territory. Cheering maybe a little bit too much when he should be getting to the line. Timeout taken here.
Timeout for the Bengals. They have one timeout left.
I don't know why I'm actually watching this. 10-9. Okay, they scored right at the end. There's a throw down the left sideline. Intercepted on the dive. And that'll be Corey Fuller putting it into that drive. I think they might have won 13-10 in overtime. 2nd and 8. Oh yeah, that'll do it. 13-10. I thought it was 10-3. I was kind of close. Either way, thankfully though I was still right about the Bengals winning. So it was, the season series was split. The home team won each game. And this was what we saw in Baltimore in that first game was a beatdown. If he gets outside just a little bit sooner, I think he is running for a while.
He just didn't quit trying.
So 17-3 here in this one. So far the most lopsided game we've had, which is fine. That happens. No big deal. Hopefully we have a thrilling conclusion here. Surprisingly, not as lopsided time of possession or yards-wise as you might think. But the Ravens, with that huge 80-yard touchdown, really turned this game around. Really turned this game in their favor, I should say. Oh my goodness, so tired.
First and 10.
1st and 10 from the 20. I like drooled on my hand. Hello? Yeah.
James gets the ball.
Oh, a nice run off the right side. The receiver wasn't even really blocking that second guy. He took his first responsibility out and then was just in the area.
That's how you go after the defense with the run game.
That is a nice run to start this drive. Looks like the clock will stop at 4:47. Or the game just doesn't know how to do that. Oh no, he definitely got tackled out of bounds there. So a good start for the Ravens, who can really start putting the nails in these coffins here.
First and 10.
Got all the way up to the 44-yard line, so a huge run. Which definitely makes this game feel a lot more balanced. We don't see a ton of teams running.
I thought that was just a good
Like-
job of making sure he got something out of it.
We don't see a ton of run-heavy offenses in this franchise. We see a lot of throwing, which can mean some of the games can end up pretty long. 2nd down and 9.
Drops back. He's on the move.
McNair drops, rolls, fires, and that should have been intercepted. He spiked that ball right into his friend's hand. And that's what it's going to take for Cincinnati to get back in this game. A big play on offense, a turnover on defense. Fiedler's going to stop throwing interceptions. He's thrown at least 2, maybe a third. McNair rolls left. He's going to try and run, but he made that decision just a second too late.
When a running play doesn't work,
As soon as he got to the edge and didn't really see anything, there was a lot of green to his left. You're seeing him kind of hesitate, stand there for a second, and then switch into run mode. A little more fluid there, and you can probably pull away from some of these defenders.
4th and 8. Punting unit
That is a great stop by the Cincinnati Bengals defense. It's a short first drive.
He kicked it out of there. No return
Almost
this
a
time.
good
That's touchback.
a good punt. 0 blocks. Could you imagine if I missed a block? So I'm going to go back through every video of this series.
The defense is going with a 3-man play. Makes a quick exit.
Fiedler
Strong pass
loads
rush.
and throws, and I thought that was going to be picked. It was a nice defensive play. Not a great throw.
Second and 10.
Fiedler drops back, but the offensive line can't hold, and he gets sacked for a big loss near the 15-yard line.
hard to say a prayer.
That's part of it. Third and long.
3rd and long here, so 3rd and 16 from the 14-yard line.
Scott in motion.
Moving a little bit from the left to the right, and they'll try and work around. Fiedler's going to move, and that's actually not a bad throw. It's a nice adjustment by the receiver to get that catch. But unfortunately, the sack means that's the difference. I mean, they might be a yard short. Yard short regardless.
Looks like a good one.
Return from the 30-yard line. He will make the first man he meets miss.
Made the stop for the defense.
And he'll get tackled by the second guy up near the 40-yard line. So the Baltimore Ravens start to win this field position battle. And that is why when you see the run backs that are out to the 15-yard line, That's the difference. I mean, they're getting tremendous field goal position. They got to go, what, 30 yards for a pretty decent field goal attempt? Their defense has already given up a couple big plays. There's a pitch to the left side, and again, they just don't stretch it far enough toward the sideline. The closer we get to crowning a Super Bowl champion, the more excited I am about Madden 04. That was the one that one's been on my radar for a while because of how broken Michael Vick is in that game. I don't know that it's going to translate from like AI perspective, but maybe it will. I mean, is Vick primed for an MVP season? Whatever team he's on is going to get a huge boost, barring any sort of injury or anything. I do have injuries turned on. I don't know. It's going to be exciting. I believe we're crowning a Super Bowl champion the Tuesday after the Super Bowl. Wild card divisional. Oh, it's actually February 7th. I bet. I think I looked that up last week too, and I just forgot. So McNair loads, fires, and finds a receiver right at the midfield marker. 7 completed passes for each team, which seems surprisingly low for how quickly this game has gone by. It seems like the quarterbacks would be more efficient, but we have seen a pretty good dose of the run from either of these teams, and some sacks have kept this clock moving as we are winding down towards 1 minute left in the third quarter. Speaking of the run game, I know what you're talking about, a quick play, but still keeps things churning, which is going to start to become a real problem for Cincinnati, who's down 2 scores with a little over 5 minutes total to play. There's a nice sack. The defense has done a pretty good job at points in this to stop the Ravens, to get the sacks. The problem is the big plays that they've let up have really bitten them, including that 2nd and 18 or whatever it was, monster 80-plus yard touchdown play. So it'll be 3rd and 19 from the 43-yard line. McNair drops back, fires to a wide-open receiver who he got turned around when he went to go make the catch. And that is going to shift the field position pretty severely right there. It doesn't seem like a lot, but it was, 4th and 19 or whatever it was, or 3rd and 19, excuse me. It's going to be 4th and 5. This is going to almost assuredly go into the end zone for a touchback. Fine. That's typically what we see. At least if they're pushed 15 yards back, there's a shot for a return.
That's a touchback.
And with 3 seconds remaining, Cincinnati will take over from their own 20-yard line, down 2 scores. They got to make something happen, and they need to make something happen now. They have scored a total of 6 points in Baltimore this season through a game and 3 quarters. At home, they are apparently a much different team. And even before the final drive of that game, just kind of glancing at that footage, it was 10-3 before they scored a touchdown in the waning moments. Fielder, just throw it away. It's a good call.
We're through 3 quarters now, and the score is
Through 3 quarters, 17-3. And if you look at maybe if the coin flip goes the other way and Baltimore's able to win that game, it's an 0-2 season record against Baltimore. Coin flip kind of helping them. And the coin flip may be saving their season. The AFC picture was pretty tight toward the end of the season.
That's the way to break up a pass.
But I think most interestingly is you're looking at a very real chance that Cincinnati somehow makes the playoffs, and without that game in Cincinnati scoring a touchdown, 3 field goals against this team, and that's like it. There's a nice find over the middle. But they do have that one good drive, and they're going to make that man miss as well, and he's down inside the 20. He should be able to pull away, but there's one man to try. He can't do it. Tony Gonzalez is going to get in the end zone and make this one interesting with 4:45 to go.
Touchdown catch of the day.
He's made the first man miss. Tony Gonzalez, I don't think going to outrun a lot of guys, but is going to absolutely outpower most people on a football field. And that helps. 80-yard play right there. Two incompletions and then the big bomb. That's what I'm talking about. That's what Cincinnati needs. A solid defensive stop, a big play. Now it's a little bit easier to try to force this into overtime. The time just isn't as big a factor at the moment.
He kicks it. Ogden hauls it in. He's on his way. Crosses the 20. McGarrett.
That would have been
Turn that in at the 25
the
yard.
worst turn of events for the Bengals right there if they could not have corralled that kicker.
First and 10. No running.
Here's a run off the right side, clotheslined as he nears the 35-yard line. It'll be second down and short coming up.
No doubt. Second and 3.
Tackle in the backfield, but not before he can hand that ball off. It's going to be just short of the line to gain, so the Bengals a good opportunity to get off the field on third and very short. Though this Ravens defense has, or Ravens offense has been quite effective.
Jackson in motion.
High formation on a third down and 2, and they'll get it, but he kind of bounced back in a weird way. They'll give him correctly the line to gain there. Baltimore smartly keeping it on the ground to keep this clock going.
The Ravens set up formation. Takes the handoff. Cut down by Holmes.
Earl Holmes with 5 tackles on today, or in today's game.
Defense made him fight for that.
Fifth tackle in this game recorded by Holmes. Second and 9.
Second down and 9, under 3 minutes to go. Cincinnati's defense got to make a play here.
They're going with motion. It's pitched
There's a pitch to the right side, and there is the play that you need right there. Baltimore probably not going to pick up about 14 yards on a third down running the ball, and a very smart timeout there, which is not something I say about this game very often. Good clock management, smart timeout. Or they are going to actually throw it. No, it's going to be a bit of a delayed handoff. And they'll do that weird shoulder swing animation. This is where I would take another timeout. If I'm Cincinnati, that's a good timeout right there. They're down to 1, but they get the 2-minute warning.
Waits downfield. North averaging nearly 50 yards per kick in this one.
He's really pounding that ball. He's had a great game.
The return man has it. Brings it upfield. Stiff arm. Belt across the side.
Tackled out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
Offense some good on that return.
Oops, that's not what I meant to do.
Pulled down by Marion. Made 4 yards on the play. Two-minute warning. 2 minutes left in the game.
So 2 minutes to go here. A 2nd and 6 from the 34 coming up. Cincinnati's had one magnificent drive late in the game. Late in the game against Baltimore to tie it up. They won in overtime. Do they have a second one? Tipped at the line, and that was in the air for a long time. Falls harmlessly to the turf on that Ravens shield. 3rd down. Fiedler rolls, fires, finds a man past the 1st down marker at the 41-yard line. Cincinnati is not out yet. Granted, they still had one play left, but you don't want that to come down to a 4th and 6. Best case scenario, I mean, like, worst good scenario for the Bengals. I think you try to pick up half, maybe 4 of those 6 yards to try and make it a much more convertible 4th and 2. Oh, the interception's going to end the game. Oh, Cincinnati had a chance through a bad pass. It's 2nd pick for Corey Fuller, and that is going to do it. The pressure got into his face a little bit. I don't think he saw that clearly. The ball was a little bit short, and the defender in terrific position to get that pick and end this game. Cincinnati's going to probably take their last time out. They'll get one stop at the clock, but it won't matter. Baltimore should be able to drain this here unless something wild goes down, which in this game would not be unheard of. Like an absolutely wild fumble or something. Take a timeout here for Cincinnati. Skip through it just a little bit. Thankfully, this game allows you to pause it, unlike Madden, which is pretty annoying. Once you start Madden in spectator mode, you were watching Madden in spectator mode until I guess I could have gone to the menu when I needed to take care of a bloody nose, but whatever.
Nice work by the run. He did what he had to do to get his team a 1st down.
So the Ravens will move on. We should see the matchups next.
They're playing it safe with their lead.
Who won earlier? Who was in this game? Oh, I can look at this full file. The Chargers are the 5 seed. I think that made the Bengals the 6. So Baltimore should go face the 2 seed, which would have been... I mean, honestly, should have been San Diego, but their seeding is kind of dumb. Who the heck would it have been?
They just seem to want it more.
2nd and 5. Whoever won the AFC South? Jacksonville? And then San Diego will go play the number 1 seed because they should be... The Chargers should be the lowest remaining seed, which means that they will play Oakland. So that'd be a divisional matchup for the right to go to the AFC title game. Huh. A surprising number of divisional matchups. Of course, there were a lot of those in the Super Wild Card weekend last weekend. And that'll do it. The Ravens end the Bengals season in Baltimore. 17-10, your final. Some big plays for Baltimore propelled them to a victory today. And there's your player of the game, Corey Fuller. Game-ending interception. I think Fiedler threw like 4 interceptions in this one. Diving interception there. There's your player of the game. Nice caboose. This Gonzalez touchdown made it interesting late, and the defense did a good job, especially in the second half, to keep them in this game and at least, again, make it interesting late. Just couldn't get what they needed. And there's Fuller again with the pick. Or with a pick.
For Ron Pitts, I'm Kevin Calabro. saying
3 turnovers
thanks
for
playing
Cincinnati.
NFL Fever.
Okay.
See you next time.
I mean, yards and time of possession was heavily favored the Ravens. That got a little more out of hand as the game went on, but I mean, it didn't look like it was quite the blowout that you might think it was. The AFC playoff bracket is yet to be complete. It's interesting. The Packers and the Bears are going to play next, right after this dynasty save here. Oops, I don't need to do that. 501, 548. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Packers, Bears for the 3rd time this season. Packers won on the road. Bears won on the road. And we are going to that funny little Chicago stadium, or the Illinois stadium.
Memorial Stadium, everybody. Where it's a delightful
Memorial Stadium. It's for some reason 80 degrees in the playoffs.
And we're here for this NFC
I don't know why.
playoff game. The Bears will take on the Packers. Pick a couple of players, Ron, and tell us what to look for.
I have this set to January.
Defensive back in this league, you're going to make mistakes, and the mistakes can lead directly to touchdowns. You're looking at a guy who plays the position with skill and swag. Danian Tomlinson is a young guy.
Danian Tomlinson, that's a scary proposition. The Bears eliminated the Bucks last week, if I remember correctly.
Thanks, Ron. It's time to toss the coin. Let's go to midfield.
Divisional captain will make the call. Captain, what's your choice?
The coldest game we had was 59 degrees, and I thought, okay, not terrible. Could be a warm winter. Then it was 77 in San Francisco, fine. It was 74 in Baltimore and 80 in Chicago. So, whoops.
Stover is ready to get this.
Chicago is going to get the ball first. We are underway in our final playoff game of the day. We'll be back next week with the divisional round. 5 yards deep in the end zone, and he'll get up to the 15-yard line, so a little bit of a inspiration from Cincinnati there to run it out of the end zone 5 yards deep and come up 5 yards short of where you should be starting this drive. I think the interesting difference is that in Madden, I think it said Illinois. In this game, it says Chicago. Like, it says Bears in the end zone. I can take a peek at that. It would kind of make sense, though, because they would have been able to... And I shouldn't speak to game development or whatever, but they could. They already had assets for the Illinois Stadium, which is where this stadium is, because of the remodeling and because EA Sports made an NCAA football game. Would have been interesting to go see a professional football game at this college stadium. Maybe. I don't know. Steve Berline's the quarterback for the Chicago Bears. We face off against the Packers, the longest or oldest rivalry, I should say, in the NFL. Oh, there's a big run for LaDainian Tomlinson, but let's see where that ball gets spotted. Oh, they're going to give it to him by the absolute hairs of the chinny chin chin of that football. I think week number 5 was where Packers and Bears played. I also need to look at the other footage. It's the wrong footage. There's a throw on the left side. Tomlinson's gone. Touchdown.
He scored. Oh, yeah, baby.
74-yard touchdown reception for LaDainian Tomlinson. Right off the bat, it's 6-0 Bears. We've seen some effective backfields. God, that video board is horrendous. Some effective backs in this wild card round. And Tomlinson's the best of them, so not really much of a surprise. Madden NFL 2003.
So they'll kick the PAT.
Yeah, it's all orange. It says Illinois in the back, which is very interesting.
Through the uprights, good.
Ooh, a blazing amount of time on the clock.
He steps into it. White secures the ball.
From the goal line. And he'll get up past the 25-yard line. So a solid run back by Green Bay. And we'll see what they have on their first drive. Still dealing with a quarterback injury. Green Bay, in Week 10, they suffered a quarterback injury, as we see Mitchell there, instead of Brian Greasy. Brian Greasy was looking very good. Not even pretty good, but very good in that Week 10 matchup against the Bears. Or excuse me, against the Lions. Got injured. They were ahead by so much that it didn't really matter. And I thought, because the Lions were getting their quarterback, I think the following week or maybe 2 weeks after that, I thought the Packers would sink and the Lions would shoot up the rankings. But the Packers held their own. They got kicked around a little bit. They had some good games in there as well. But it was the Bears who made a tremendous run in the back half of the season to make a playoff appearance. And I guess they won the NFC North? I didn't even think about that. I did not even realize that. I thought Green Bay won the North.
Takes the handoff. Fourth down at the 30-yard line. He picked up 3 yards on the play.
Not a lot there for him that time. But hey, it's better than a loss.
3rd and 7. 2 running backs behind the quarterback.
AFC North. Oh, interesting. Yeah, it has the Packers on top at 10-6 and the Bears in second at also 10-6. So we're going to see another big bomb here in this Bears-Packers matchup. It's Joey Galloway with a nice 69-yard touchdown reception. And yeah, it has, that is really interesting. It had the Packers on top of the division at 10-6 and the Bears in second, but I guess it actually should have been flipped.
The drive covered 73 yards and took 3 plays. They need this.
So an explosive start to the game here, as with not even not even a minute and a half in, and we have 2 touchdowns and 2 very long touchdowns at that. Save this picture real quick, and we go. Week number 18.
Glenn secures the ball. Brings it out of the end zone.
And it is 14-0 Eagles early in the second quarter.
21-yard line.
Jalen Hurts and the Eagles are... I mean, Eagles, 49ers, you got Kansas City. I'm hoping Cincinnati can win tomorrow. But it won't be the worst thing in the world if it is the Bills. It will be kind of sucky if it's like, if the Eagles make the Super Bowl, if it's like Eagles, Chiefs, I'm going to root for the Eagles. If the Bills make it, I'll root for them. If the Bengals make it, I'll root for them. If it's 49ers, Chiefs, I will hope it's a 0-0 tie and no one wins. That is the ugliest Super Bowl. Ugh. Ugh. And Jacksonville's been eliminated, so I can't even pick them. Tipped and knocked away by that Green Bay defense.
He's got to catch that one.
If by some miracle Green Bay is actually able to make a run to the Super Bowl this season, I think they would get their quarterback back. I think Brian Greasy would be back. I think it was 9 weeks, and there's a gap between the conference championship and the Super Bowl, which I think that was like right about the 9-week thing. A good tackle by Green Bay on defense to stop him 2 yards short of the line to gain. And this one will be punted away as we are about to hit the halfway point of quarter number 1. This video's... Oh, he muffed the punt, and it's going to be Green Bay ball, but he's going to run and spin. I don't know why he didn't just continue up that left side. That was almost a disaster for Green Bay.
First and 10.
Hands the ball off to the left side. He puts his shoulder into a man and gets tackled short of the 40. A nice 15-yard run right there, and that'll be a first down for the Packers. Might be smart for them. I know they have the 69-yard touchdown play through the air, but it might be smart for Green Bay to just keep this on the ground. Shorten this game up. I mean, Steve Berline is not necessarily a bad quarterback, but it's looking at 2 interesting quarterback situations here for Green Bay and Chicago. I mean, obviously we know because we saw it, the injury pretty big for Brian Griese and the Packers. Left-handed quarterback, he tries to roll to his right and he gets sacked back near the 30, so they lose a lot of what they gained there, and Mitchell just didn't even have an opportunity to Chicago Bears defenders in the area by the time he was able to hit the top of his drop. 8-yard loss. We've seen a lot of those today. Those deep drops from those quarterbacks can lead to big sacks.
Play action. Throws. That was a good one, and he caught it.
Doesn't quite get all the sack yardage back. It'll be 3rd down and pretty long. And what might have started as a pretty promising Green Bay drive quickly deteriorating here. 3rd and 13. Drops back to pass, throws and finds a receiver near the 45-yard line. They'll probably spot him closer to the 44. Unfortunately, it's nowhere near the line to gain, so Green Bay gets the first down on a pretty great 15-yard run, and then the sack just derailed everything, and the Bears continue to bring pressure, forcing the quarterback to throw the ball quickly. 4th and 5 from the 44. I think it hit the end zone. It is a touchback. It looks really nice, and we almost got an incredible punt, but no such luck.
First and 10. Going with a 2 tight end formation. No running.
1st and 10, a nice run off the right side, cut it back upfield, hit circle for like no reason whatsoever. But, and what are you going to do? He'll be a couple yards short of the first down marker. And that should be the final play of the first quarter. It was an explosive first 90 seconds of game time, but it's settled down over the last couple of drives for these teams. 7-7 your score in the final round of the wild card coming your way, or continuing right after this. Everything very even though. Very, very even.
Chains on the field for the measurement. Did he make it? He got it. 1st and 10.
1st down and 10. Into double coverage, it's tipped and knocked away. Not a great throw by Burline into 2 Packer defenders. Lucky to have that one hit the floor, or hit the ground, I should say. Hit in the backfield for a short loss.
They're feeling pretty good about themselves after that.
Burline again into 2 defenders on that right sideline, or that right side of the formation, and again incomplete, harmlessly falling to the turf, but a dangerous throw.
4th and 14. They'll punt the ball away. Second punt of the day by Turk. Here's the snap. A lot of air under that. Calls for the fair catch. And the catch made at the 26-yard line. Great kick that time. Great net. First and 10.
So 1st and 10 from the 26 for the Green Bay Packers.
One running back.
Neither team able to get any sort of sustained drive going here. Big play or bust. We saw this with San Francisco earlier today.
Flicks it right. Pulled down. Newman brought down the runner.
Tried to get through that guy, but no such luck.
Fire up the defense and jack up the confidence.
I heard that.
I'd like to see Green Bay try and feature the run game a little bit more. They had some success off that left side with a big 15-yard gain, and they've just been stuck in the air for most of this game. There's a throw with a receiver a couple of steps out in front of the defender, and the big play strikes again for a touchdown. This time going to Patrick Jeffers, 71 yards to the house. So that is 140 yards when you take 71 and 69. Nice. And that's got to be like 90% of his total throwing yards. So just as I say that the teams have not been able to score on long sustained drives or even carry long sustained drives, it's been big play or bust. We have a big play as he busted loose in the secondary for the Bears, and the Packers will look to kick the field goal. It is up. It is good. Free buses outside, by the way. That's a dome. $14 unanswered for the Packers, and they're back on top. Or they're on top for the first time today by 7.
It's kicked. Great kick. It's caught. He'll bring it
5 or 6 yards deep in this end zone. He's going to get up near the 20, but not quite there. He'll be stopped at the 18-yard line.
Kevin, he tried to get something started with that return, but there just wasn't anything there.
First and 10.
Burline rolls left, and finds a receiver who kind of just got tangled up with some hands there and falls near the 30-yard line.
They let the offense dictate to him on that play.
First and 10. The throw. Throws.
Will be batted down at the line. Incomplete for the Bears. The Bears. So 2nd and 10 with an offset eye. Tomlinson flanks to the left, and that is going to be just a yard or two too far for that intended receiver. Had his hands up but could not catch up to it. And quickly it is 3rd and 10 following the nice start to the drive. And they're giving Green Bay all kinds of time to try and extend this lead. Chicago, I believe, had the ball first. That one, oh, that was it. That was a really weird throw right there. It was either like too late for one receiver on the crossing pattern or just a bad throw to that pattern. A lot of defenders in the area, and just like that, with 2:25, they'll be punting the ball again. It's going to be fair cut, but it is going to be downed. They are not going to qualify that as a turnover. That is the 2nd muffed punt that we have seen by Green Bay, and I am surprised that it is still Packers ball. So 2:17 to go. Green Bay can try and double dip here and really blow this game open. The I formation, there's what you want to see. A little bit of the run game, a nice spin move. That'll be a gain of 5.
That's some nice running there. That shook up the defense.
And if this game had a kind of hurry-up mode, you could try and get back on the ball quickly before this 2-minute warning hits, but that is not the case. 2 minutes to go. It'll be 2nd down and 5 from the 20-yard line. The Packers just absurdly lucky to even be in this position. There's a nice find out of the backfield. Get up near up past the 40-yard line. So that's a nice gain for the Packers inside 2 minutes. We'll see if this clock is still moving. He was tackled right on the sideline, but did he get out of bounds? A lot of celebrating going on here, but that wouldn't stop anybody in this game. Didn't matter. Didn't matter if that clock is really important or you're wasting all this time celebrating. Who was a Pittsburgh Steeler that did that? In Minnesota, it was like, 1st down. Like, just get on the ball, man. Clock did not stop. They're at the 41-yard line, and time is a ticking. 1:30 to go. Mitchell with a really poor decision right there to throw it to the flat. Just immediately went to it. He had such a positive play on the last one. Why not go right back to it? Oh, because Chicago did a great job adjusting their defense to put a defender on that route, on that possibility, and stop it for a loss of 2. And this clock continues to move. Green Bay not using any timeouts. They're going again from, oh my God. Mitchell is in love with these flat routes, but after the huge gain, they've lost 4 yards now, and it is 3rd and very long. And that time he got out of bounds, but now you're saving Chicago time. You still have 3 timeouts. None of this makes any sense. All of this is bad. 3rd and 15, they're going to run the ball. That is one of the more infuriating things to see, and we still have the baffling decision that Chicago has still not taken a timeout. Down to 30 seconds. We'll see if Green Bay punts this ball away. They should not. They should hold it at the tip here. There's a 7-second difference between play clock and game clock, and it should just go to half, 14-7, Packers on top. But I said that in one of the games and ended up being very wrong. And that'll do it. Interestingly enough, I think you can see that the play clock takes 2 seconds. It doesn't, you see it takes an extra tick to get to 0 at 1. So it's like 1, 0. But I think the play clock is still on the same 1 second thing. Interesting. So the Packers will receive the ball. First possession in the second half. upcoming.
He kicks it.
7-point lead for Green Bay on the road, even though I kind of thought they'd be at home. So they might actually be the 6th seed here.
24-yard line.
Which means if Green Bay were to win, they will go face Atlanta. And that would mean that San Francisco would go face Dallas?
First and 10. Single back formation. Staley with the ball.
Staley with a weird spin move 3 yards deep.
He lost 3 yards.
I don't have any idea what that play selection is all about. It doesn't seem like they have a clear idea of what they want to do in this situation.
Second and 14. Single back set. Drops back. He's on the
The
move.
Packers offense really stagnant. Oh, Mitchell is in all kinds of trouble. He'll barely get that past the line of scrimmage. They are lucky that that is not an intentional grounding. He was dancing and spinning, and
Third and 14.
mercifully for Green Bay, it's just a 3rd and 14 and not like a 3rd and 28.
Throws.
Mitchell throws, and that was almost, probably should have been intercepted, honestly, but still went off the Packers player's helmet. And this game is ugly from both teams. I think you're seeing that there's going to be a severe quarterback issue for either team. And weirdly enough, I thought Chicago actually looked really good in their game against Tampa Bay at the end of the season.
Glenn gets the ball.
But that is not translating to this game here. Of course, the divisional opponent's always going to have a better shot at making you look bad
Solid gain.
than most other teams you don't usually see. So, who knows?
First and 10. One back set for the Bears.
So from midfield, the Packers almost got into the backfield to sack Steve Berline, but handed the ball off just in
A gain of 2 yards.
the nick of time, and Tomlinson will turn that into a positive play. Second down coming up.
Second and 8. Two back set for the Bears. Reed wide left.
Second and 8. Berline drops back. A little bit of pressure coming. They got a couple guys chasing. That's a nice throw on the run to the receiver coming back, making a good adjustment on that route and moving towards his quarterback.
First and 10. Running back behind the quarterback.
First down and 10 for the Bears inside the 30-yard line. They'll hand off to Tomlinson. A great defensive call there by Green Bay to send some extra defenders, and well read by those Packers defenders. Darius with a nice tackle on Tomlinson. Second down and 11 coming up.
Reed wide left. No running.
Not as great a defensive call that time, but a great job by the Bears to catch them napping a little bit.
Right direction.
A bit of a surprise to see them run on a second and 11, and it works to their benefit for a gain of probably 7. So we should see a third down and 4-ish here. That's exactly what we got, a third down and 4 as we approach the 2-minute mark of the third quarter. Bears driving, field goal. Cuts the lead to 4. Nice block. That was really well picked up. We'll see where the ball gets spotted here. Green Bay sent that extra defender, and he got through, but a terrific read by, I would guess, LaDainian Tomlinson, but you never know where there's fullbacks in play here. It's going to be a fake field goal, by the way, and it is blown up on the spot. I was saying in the backfield, but it was blown up on the spot. That is an interesting call. I mean, take the guaranteed 3. You have 7 minutes left in this game to get something going, to get a touchdown, take the lead. Field goal here, a touchdown later. So Green Bay will take over with a 7-point lead still, 14-7. Looking to upset these upstart Chicago Bears. Both teams finished with a 10-6 record. And I believe split the season series. We watched one, and the other one we did not watch. And if I remember, it was pretty bad, pretty lopsided. But I think the one weird thing is, like, none of these games allow you to simulate equivalent to what you play. Later games do, but I don't believe these games do. Nice job by Staley. They're going to... A lot happening there. A terrific job by Staley. They sent a couple of extra rushers. You can see number 59 there get his legs taken out. And a great move by Mitchell to roll to his right as there was another defender on that left side. Finds number 44 out there for a good gain. And sets up a 1st and 10 at the 43. We still have not seen a sustained drive from either of these teams. I think the Bears drive, the last Bears drive was like as close as it got, but it still wasn't all that great. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Green Bay scores here. That's pretty big. More importantly, if Green Bay scores a field goal, that might make the Bears' attempt at a fake a little more silly, and that it could have kept it a 7-point deficit. Defensive plays like that definitely help the Bears. I feel like I'm losing it here. I'm losing it 3 hours deep into this. 3rd down and 9. Now it's a monster loss. Terrific job by Chicago to drive Green Bay backwards and perhaps kill a little bit of rhythm here. Offset I formation. Gonna drop back. Fires, and he's got the ball in his hands, but the hit knocks it loose. He was right at the sticks. So we're going to see a punt here from the Packers. Tom Tupa going to send it back to Chicago. He's going to run forward, and it was almost incredible. It's so frustrating to watch. It really is.
At the end of the third quarter, the score is the Packers 14.
Going to take care of the third quarter. Nobody's scoring. Packers and Bears 14-7. Green Bay with the advantage in total yards and time of possession. Tomlinson up the middle, tried to make some moves for some misses, but that did not really work for him. He still picked up a solid gain, but could not break through. 2nd down and 6. Play action pass for the Bears. He's going to roll to his right. Burline he's going to take off. Tries to stiff arm a man, but again does that thing instead of just kind of running a little further away from him, keeping his trajectory where he's kind of going. We'll take a look at it here on the replay. He goes in to initiate contact. You can see a little bit of an angle there toward the left, which is where you want him to. You probably have enough speed to outrun a lineman or at least pick up a first down. Instead, you're 2 yards short, and a big play here for the Chicago Bears offense. Offset I formation. Gonna give it to Tomlinson. He'll pick up 5. And that will be a first down.
It seemed to me that the offense just plain wanted it more on the field.
1st and 10.
Ooh, a big bomb down the field. He's got him. And that is a free and clear touchdown. Another big play, 67 yards this time. Chris Sanders getting the reception. Now keep in mind, this would have put Chicago up by 3. But they went for that fake field goal on a 4th and inches. And this game seems to have that problem of, like, as soon as the receiver catches it, he's able to just pull away from a guy who wasn't. Like, why is a middle linebacker catching up to him? You know, a middle linebacker's speed, like, goes way up in speed. It's weird. So the point after to tie this up. And again, no sustained drive. It's just monster plays. It's up and good. We have a 14-all game here with about 3.5 left.
We're waiting for the kickoff. There goes the ball. Big kick. The return man has it. Brings it
Couple yards deep, and he'll get up to the 20, the 25. And I thought he looked like some weird animations there kind of slowed his momentum down because he takes a step to his right, maybe 2 steps to his right, and he could be free and clear, but kind of went with these weird stiff arm, like bat down motions. First and 10 from the 29. Still pretty good field position following a kickoff return. Mitchell drops back, fires, and it is deflected at the line. If you can't get to the quarterback, just throw your hands up. Being used effectively there by the Bears D-line. 2nd down and 10. Mitchell's going to get sacked in the backfield. Nail Diggs, he is a Packer. But not in today's game. 5 tackles, couple of sacks for him. The Bears brought the house, and they were able to get a couple of guys through the line of scrimmage there. Diggs with the sack. 3rd down and 15. Mitchell throws over the middle, and if he hadn't gotten sacked, that might have gone for a first down, but he's going to be about 5 yards short, maybe 4 yards. Mitchell with a good job to kind of roll out and at least try and find somebody downfield to make a move, make a play, do something. But this game continues to be the home runs or nothing for these two teams. 2.5 to go. Oh, nice job by the Packers defensive line to get into that backfield. We've seen them a couple of times pressure Burline before, or like as he's about to hand the ball off. That's the first time we've seen them able to get him down before handing the ball off to Tomlinson. Nice play by, might have been Bryant there. 2nd down and 14. That'll likely be the final play before the 2-minute warning here. So Green Bay's last shot on defense here. I mean, worst case scenario, at this point, I mean, you lose the game. But you're going to overtime. If you can just kind of hold them here, you don't have to do anything crazy or wild. You just can't give anything up. That gives them an opportunity to score. You can't give up the big plays you've been giving up, is the point. And this would obviously be the best and worst time, depending on who you're rooting for one of those long, sustained drives that I don't think we've seen all day in this game. The unseasonably warm 80-degree weather is confusing, and I think everybody on the field is confused. Burline throws, and that's batted away.
Defender never gave up on the play. Perfect.
Taylor ready to receive the punt. Fourth punt of the day by Turk. The snap. He got all of that.
Now, Green Bay has had trouble fielding those kicks.
Good kick and no return.
It's a good time to make sure you secure that one. 40 yards for a shot at a field goal to win this game and advance.
First and 10.
There's a nice throw. Got upfield and pushed out of bounds past the 45 to about the 47-yard line.
Try something different here. This stuff ain't working.
First and 10. We've got a heavy yellow.
You're going to have a false start here?
False start against
False start against the Packers. That is not what you want to see at all.
15. Three receiver set. Drop man to the right.
Oh no, what are the Packers doing? Running with the quarterback. Why? What on earth is this play calling? Why is the decision making in this game the way it is? It's so bad. It is like first and like 15 and you're running the ball. Second and 17 following that moron play. Oh, that's so annoying. The Bears brought pressure, and I guess he just got real happy feet. We're likely going to have a hold here.
Downfield.
It's going to be an interception. So this game is an absolute slop fest. This game sucks. And I'm talking specifically about this Packers-Bears game. It's been like one exciting play every 96 minutes.
Sanders in motion. Throws. Pass incomplete.
Anyway, the pass was intercepted. The holding was declined, obviously, so the Bears could have the ball. They have a shot here to try and get in field goal range, but neither team has been able to do a whole lot in a sustained manner, as evidenced really clearly by that Packers drive. Got off to like a pretty good start, found some nice passes there, and then a false start, and then a stupid run into an interception, and that is that about sums it up. We're going to run with Tomlinson off the left side.
Taken down near the 20. Peterson took down the ball carrier. Gained about 5 yards.
The running backs have looked pretty okay throughout most of this game, and the Bears and Packers are just so content with throwing the ball all over the yard that it hasn't affected their play calling. I mean, if you look at the quarterback situation, Burline and Mitchell or whoever it is for the Packers, neither of them looking all that great. They have yards, but
Picked up by the offense.
completions feel like they're so few and far between. Their decision making is not great. Hand the ball off.
First and 10.
The Bears took a timeout, threw a completed pass, did not take a timeout. We can't have a tie here, so that should have been intercepted, but it was off the hands, incomplete. That would have been right at midfield, too. Right at midfield, which would have given you just enough time to try and get into field goal range. You would need 20 yards, maybe 25. Burline back in the backfield by himself. Green Bay brings a little bit of pressure. He threw an interception. Mike Peterson with a pick. And Green Bay is in prime position to steal this one away from Chicago. Wow, what a mind-boggling play calling decision that was. The timeouts, to throw it on that end of the field in that situation. Who knows, though? Who knows? We got 23 more seconds to figure this out. And Green Bay, of course, going to go through the air because, oh my God, why wouldn't they? And they might have just knocked themselves out of field goal range. This game does not love kicking deep field goals. And it's just, why? This game is so stupid. So 9 seconds to go. They're going to try it from this distance. A 51-yard field goal. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 51 yards, and you wonder why they don't do it more. This is why it's so moronic that they keep kicking field goals. They have the ability. That was 51 yards, and it was good from probably another 10. So 5 seconds to go. 17-14, Green Bay leads. In a shocking turn of events, it was going to be the kicking game that wins this game. I thought for sure it was going to be a big, dumb, explosive play. And they might have a shot for one more play. Seems like these seems like these kickoffs never take quite as long as you think that they do. Or you get that one extra beat, the 1 second, and that is the difference.
First and 10.
2 seconds to go in this one. Bears need a miracle, a Hail Mary. They have had a couple of big plays today. Do they have one more in it to steal this one away from Green Bay, who kind of stole it from Chicago? It is picked, and that will do it. Green Bay advances in one of the worst games we've watched. Baffling play calling, terrible timeout decisions. Just no team able to really sustain a drive. Chicago lost this game because of a terrible play call late. Obviously, Burline throwing that interception. But more importantly, Chicago lost this game because of that 4th down fake field goal that they went for. That would have won the game for them. They scored that big, long touchdown. Here's one of, I think all the touchdowns that were scored in this game were like 60 yards plus, which is absolute ridiculousness. Mitchell to Galloway. It was an explosive 90 seconds and then just a whole lot of nothing. Green Bay threw like one fun play in there. Chicago countered. Chicago made some terrible decisions. Green Bay made some terrible decisions. I don't think any of these teams are going to get through. Either of these teams would get through, are going to, or would have gotten through the divisional round. Here is a field goal kick. That's a highlight reel right there.
Thanks for playing NFL Fever, everybody. See you next time.
2 turnovers for Chicago, but really only one of them mattered as the game concludes with a 17-14 score. The Packers are going to advance to the divisional round, and they will play the Falcons, 49ers, and Cowboys in the NFC side of things. Chargers taking on the Raiders in an AFC West showdown. Ravens and Jaguars. And that is your playoff picture, and that is what you are looking at to enjoy next week right here on youtube.com/SeanOsaurusRex. Thanks for hanging out and spending the last couple hours watching the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. You can definitely tell my throat is kind of done talking at this point. It just slowly deteriorates until we're all done with this video. Thanks again so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you want more content, subscribe, ring the bell, do all that good stuff. Forspoken is out today, so that will be, I'll be checking out the first couple hours of that, and that'll be up tomorrow. And yeah, I think that's about it. Thanks again. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next week for more NFL action right here on the channel. Goodbye.